Would you please speak about the differences between wanting, desire, and longing?
The dictionary meaning of all these three words will be the same, but not the existential meaning. Existential meaning is so different from each other that it is amazing what these linguists, experts in language and grammar go on doing. Wanting is a very clear-cut idea of the object what you want. It is not vague. You want a house, you want a wife, you want children. The object of wanting is very clear. Desiring is vague. The object of desire is not clear. You want power. You desire respectability, honor. You desire to be the greatest man in the world. Wanting is simpler, and there is a possibility you may be able to fulfill it, because it is not an impossible task to have a house, a wife, children. In fact, it is impossible not to have. But desire is vague. Respectability is not an object, but just an idea. Honor is not an object, but just an idea. To be the greatest man is not an object, but just an idea. And even the greatest people, the world may think they are greatest, are unhappy deep down themselves. For example, the founder of Russian Revolution, Lenin, can certainly be called a great man. Even his enemies will agree about that. But he was constantly worried, embarrassed, because his legs were small and his upper body was bigger. They were not in proportion. When you used to sit on the chair, his legs will dangle. They will not reach the ground. So he was always hiding his legs, sitting very close to the table, His table was always covered with cloth so nobody can see his dangling feet. But whether anybody sees it or not, he knows it. I don't think that there is any problem. But it remained in his mind a deep inferiority complex. Perhaps it was this inferiority complex that drove him to become a great revolutionary in the world. If he had normal feats, perhaps he would not have been a revolutionary. Desire is vague, and longing is totally different from wanting and desire. Wanting and desire both are of the head. One is for a clear-cut object, another for vague ideals. Longing is of the heart, not of the mind. It is the heart that longs and feels the pain of longing. And the heart has no business with money or power. The heart's longing is only for love. And ultimately for God, which is the purest form of love and nothing else. And it is a good exercise to contemplate on the differences between words which appear to be similar. It will give you clarity. Longing is just a thirst. And it is beautiful. Desire is ugly because it is always competitive, jealous of those who have it and you don't have it. It is ugly because it can do any harm to anybody to fulfill itself. It is violent. Wanting is ordinary and mundane. Middle class.